Alsatian sauerkraut recipe. This is made with pork and sauerkraut. And you start this out with parboiling the ribs. I use ribs that are trimmed down pretty much. Get rid of all the fat. Parboil those for about 5 minutes. Let them drain. And put 4 pieces of bacon on the bottom of a hot pan. And 1 can of sauerkraut on top of the bacon. At which point you can arrange. As I wash these potatoes off here, this feels it all in one pot. I arrange the ribs on top of the sauerkraut, which is the bottom of the pan here. And this will be we'll serve 4. Right. And then the potatoes can go in on top of that. And when I say on top, I mean just that, on top. It should go on the top so that it doesn't, the potatoes don't lay in the broth that we're going to put in there to cook this in either. And I'm putting in 4 pieces of linguiça. Adds a little flavor to it. They get tucked in around the potatoes here. And on top of the pork. And a little fat comes from them that helps keep this moist. And all of this gets another can of sauerkraut goes over the top of this. The point of that being that when the juice goes on also, use all of the juice from the can. Got a bad can here that wouldn't open up properly. I'll have to get this out as best we can. In any event, you want to get this on top of the potatoes because it creates a covering on the potatoes, so that when the potatoes are taken out and served, they'll be totally dry and not soggy. This sort of acts as a blanket to them. Not much in the way of seasoning goes into this because this stuff you're using here is pretty highly seasoned already. Sauerkraut, linguiça, pork. But it will take a little crushed pepper. It'll be fine in this. And the whole thing then is covered with white wine. And it's baked in an oven for about 350 for an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending upon how the oven is calibrated. As you can see, this goes together pretty quick. If you didn't have the problem with this can, I don't open too many cans, but 50% of all sauerkraut cans do this to me. I don't know why. And then use a couple pieces of bacon across the top. That keeps the lid from keeps also the lid from sticking if it gets up to the touching. That's about it. Except that we put a little fresh ground pepper in there, and use whole peppercorns here. Just crush these up. Just throw them in here. That's about it. You add the wine and cover it. And you open that bottom oven, please. The bottom oven. Thank you. Goes right in the oven. And the center of the oven. And in an hour and a half or so, that'll be ready. Thank you very much. Bon appetit.